Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to read an article entitled China's assertive maritime policy is older than sea. The tightening of China's policies in the South and East China Seas is widely regarded as the defining characteristic of Xi Jinping's foreign policy. But while is it true that the PRC has become more assertive in its maritime disputes undersea, China has already been on such a trajectory since 2006. Many changes in China's maritime dispute behavior undersea may be better understood as continuities. States' maritime dispute policies comprise three levels of actions: publicly declared policies, declarative, unilateral administration of the dispute area or demonstrative, and threats or use of force, coercive. On each level, it is unlikely that a different CCP leader would have presided over significantly less assertive maritime policy across the past 6 years. China's publicly stated maritime policy undersea has contained three key elements. The first, building China into a maritime great power, was put forward by former President Jiang Zemin at the two meetings back in 2000. Since then, the goal has progressively been upgraded in party state documents, notably in 2008 State Council Planning Outline on Maritime Activities. The second element of Xi's declared maritime policy is managing the dialectical tension between advancing China's claim and avoiding military escalation. The third feature has been the indignant response to the 2013 until 16 so China Sea arbitration case brought on by Philippines under the United Nations Conventions on the Law of the Sea or UNCLOS. Xi probably paid close attention to the case, but it is hard to imagine Beijing's response being significantly different under another leader. The PRC withdrew from the UNCLOS compulsory dispute resolution procedure in 2006, showing its intentions to avoid international legal processes in regard to its maritime claims. And in 2009, the PRC first attached its infamous 9-line map to an official diplomatic document for the first time, suggesting it did not consider its claims to be limited to the maritime zones provided for in the UNCLOS. China's non-consequential unilateral administrative move undersea has been building of its 7 outposts on the Spratly Island to large artificial island. Xi implicitly claimed the credit in his report to the 19th Party Congress when he lauded South China Sea Island constructions as among the key achievements since the previous Party Congress at which he took power. Yet here it is unclear that Xi made a difference rather than the PRC's increasing financial and technological means. The island building campaign was the latest move. On an entirely new scale, in a long line of measures China has taken since the early 1980s to expand its presence in the Spratly Island. The operation was enabled by the acquisitions of dozens of large dead cruise beginning in early 2000s. Another key patterns of unilateral action in Xi's maritime policy has been regular Coast Guard patrols within 12 nautical meters of the dispute Diaoyu Senkaku Island. The patrols were initiated in the wake of the Japanese government nationalizations of 3 of the islands in September 2012, just before Xi formally took power, and it has been reported that Xi oversaw the response to the crisis. China's policy had been progressively hardening since 2006, when it launched regularized defense patrols and began unilateral exploiting dispute gas fields. The trend was most vividly manifested in 2010 when, amidst a major surge in a state sponsor fishing near the dispute island, a Chinese trawler rammed a Japanese Coast Guard ship and Beijing responded with further escalation. It seemed unlikely that a different PRC leader to sea would have refrained from patrolling the dispute waters. Turning to maritime coercion, most of the PRC's activities involving threats or use of force undersea have continued Hu-era patterns of behavior. These include destructions of equipment and confiscations of the catches of Vietnamese fishing boats in the Paracel Island, continue since 2007 or before, clashing with Indonesia over Chinese fishing boats detained in their EEZ, first reported in 2010, and physical exclusion of Philippine boats from Scarborough Shoal since May 2012. The most salient example of sea-era coercion is the China's HWSW 981 oil rig that operates in dispute waters. The PRC conducted the type of operation in 2006 and 2007, leading to intense on-water clashes with Vietnam and again in 2010 as with Sis Island building campaign in the key defense capacities. The PRC now possessed a gargantuan new drilling rig and dozens more accompanying law enforcement ships. One new coercive policy in the sea era has been the threat to blockade the Philippines outposts aboard a rusting Navy ship grounded on Second Thomas Shoal. But other Hu-era coercive activities at sea have actually been absent undersea, notably the numerous cases of interference in Vietnamese and Philippines energy survey project between 2007 and 2012. The argument that so far Xi Jinping leadership has made relatively little difference to China's policy in the South China Sea and East China Sea disputes is counterintuitive because China has become more assertive in a variety of ways since Xi took power. So that's all the article. Bye bye and see you on my next video.